Just gonna come right out here and I'm gonna just say this. Look, I am old, okay? I'm from the old school, I guess. The point I'm trying to make is you're gonna get upset with what I'm gonna have to say if you actually enjoy the current WWE product, okay? Now, unfortunately, I'm singling out Seth Rollins here because when I gave WWE another try, okay, in 2015, it was late 2014, 15, and 16, and a little bit of 17, I was still watching. I had another YouTube channel where I was doing live streaming for Raw, SmackDown, and pay-per-views. So I got to know Seth Rollins as a superstar quite well, okay? I had been to a couple of wrestling shows where he performed live. You know, I got to watch it live. WWE live, you know. And look, this is what I'm going to say about Seth Rollins. All of these wrestlers are talented, okay? If they're on the roster, they're on there for a reason. They have talent, okay? But none of these people, not one of them, other than maybe John Cena, maybe Randy Orton, okay? None of them hold a candle to The Rock, Stone Cold, Triple H, Kurt Angle, The Undertaker, you know, Chris Jericho. They just don't. They don't, okay? Seth Rollins is not a champion to me. He's a little dude with a big mouth, okay? And that's the problem, okay? Mr. Colby Lopez, if you're watching this, bro, I'm sorry. I know you could kick my ass. I'll be honest. I get it. I'm sure if you ever saw me, you'd be like, I saw your video, bro. What's your problem? And I'm going to be like, dude, I'm sorry. But you know what? It's not your fault. It's not. It's the creative fault. So that's why, like, when we make these videos, when we come out here and say, hey, this person sucks, or this person's the greatest of all time, you know, we're saying these things because we're coming from a mindset of the good old days. Now, these wrestlers that you see today, Kevin Owens, Roman Reigns, especially someone like Roman Reigns, you know, Seth Rollins, you know, Chad Gable, and all of these guys, for the most part, were wrestling fans just like me. And just like my friend Ryan, who records videos on this channel. You know, we grew up in the 90s, the late 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s, watching wrestling and stuff. So we're used to a certain kind of, you know, expectation. Okay? And it's not your fault either. If you're a younger fan, like if you are under 25 years of age right now, let's say, okay, and you're watching this, bravo for getting in 3 minutes here. But what I'm trying to say is it's not your fault either, because you don't know any better. You're just watching what's recent, what's current, just like we did. Because the thing is, there were probably people during the Attitude Era, which is arguably the greatest time of wrestling history because of just all the craziness that was happening. I'm sure there were plenty of old school wrestling fans that hated that and said, oh, well, the 70s and 80s were better. But here's the difference, okay? The Attitude Era had so much insanity with hardcore matches, how bloody matches would get, the storylines, the sexuality, the intensity, the integrity, the intelligence, you know? I mean, these were all things that were just pumped up, you know, to DEFCON level 1 or whatever the highest level is before it turns into a nuclear war. The point I'm trying to make is WWF was awesome back then. It was great. And then 2003, it's like they turned the lights off and they were like, oh, well, in my opinion, 2003, the WWF, when they got the F out and became WWE, is officially when they hit the iceberg like the Titanic and it started to sink. And it's pretty much been sinking forever at this point, you know. but they're just milking it for whatever it can do, you know. But the point is, Seth Rollins, I really went off on a wild tangent, but this applies all to Seth Rollins too. It just, in my opinion, he just sucks because it's not up to my expectations. But the younger viewers probably think he's the greatest gift to the earth, you know, because whatever, he's a champion. I don't know. So, Colby Lopez, Seth Rollins, if you are watching this, I'd love to kick it with you and bullshit with you. I'm sure you're a cool guy. I'm sorry, I'm giving you some heat here. I'm just butthurt that, you know, it ain't like it used to be. So it is what it is. So anyway, if you're still watching, comment Wrestle146 for real. Subscribe if you love wrestling. You know, turn on all notifications. Let's build the bond. Hit that like and tell me down below, are you a Seth Rollins fan? Yes or no? Thanks for subscribing. Keep watching that wrestling. We'll keep talking about it.